And just like that, the final episode of the recording session has begun. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. Just Brown, your host, MegaShadowFist, a video like a commentary, and whoa, buddy! Like, dude! If that wasn't a yandere, I don't know what is. Although, I think technically, aren't yandere specifically female? I don't think it can be a... There's a specific word for male yanderes. But Jesus! Madden Guard, he did a complete 180 there, man. He went from being like, yo, dude, I'm Madden Guard to, yeah, I'm gonna kill you, man. I have a scar on my face. I'm Madden Guard. Anyway, whatever the case would be, Edgeworth saw this. So, as it turns out, we were actually defending a kill. We were defending a killer without even realizing it. And that is just, yep. I mean, we already knew that he was a killer. I wasn't expecting it to go like this, though, honestly. But whatever the case will be, it's been nearly a minute we haven't done anything, so let's get back into things. I don't care for the horrid atmosphere here. Let's return to the precinct. Okay. March 22nd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Well, right, what are you going to do if you plan on changing your defense? No! I can't do that! That's right. He's holding Maya hostage. What should I do? That's not something I can answer for you. Mr. Edgeworth! Right. Only you can decide where to go from here. 1 year ago, at that time, I didn't truly understand what a prosecutor was. And that is why I had to leave the prosecutor's office. I felt that I couldn't stand in a court of law until I knew what a prosecutor really was. And now, right, it's your turn. My turn? What is this thing called a lawyer? What can you do as one? You must find the answer, and you must find it on your own. Buddy, can't we just say screw it, throw him in jail, and then... I mean... Whatever. I'm a lawyer. But to fight for someone who is clearly a killer... Madden Guard. That man is really... Ugh. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who. Every person deserves a proper defense and a fair trial. Isn't that the basis of our judicial system? Proper defense? But what exactly is that? Is it where a lawyer forcibly and blindly gets an acquittal through shouting and trickery? Ironic that you of all people should say such a thing. Isn't that exactly how you fought for your clients up until now? Well, that may be true, but that's because I believe my clients to be innocent from the bottom of my heart. But if I were to get on guard and acquittal, that isn't a proper defense at all. Maya situation. I became a lawyer because I thought I could save people who are suffering and in pain. But when I look at this mess we're in, I can't even protect the person closest to me. Even if I win the case, I still lose in the end. I just don't know what to do. Right. Would you get a hold of yourself? You have it all wrong. Huh? We aren't some sort of heroes. We're only human, you and I. You want to save someone? That's something easier said than done, what did you say? That's... You are a defense lawyer. You can't run away from that. You can only fight. That's all you can do. Why fight? People like you and Franziska von Karma are always using all you have to pin me down. You fight to the very end, even when you know the truth is not with you. Actually, that Edgeworth, I've already explained in the previous game, Edgeworth has lost purposefully before, so I'm not quite sure. I think Von Karma would do anything to win, but I'm not like you. I can't fight for a false verdict, for a man I clearly know to be guilty. Franziska, she fights for herself. The only thing she fights for is her perfect win record. That's all. And? Is that the same as you? Isn't that why you ran away a year ago? Because your precious win record was destroyed. You are so petty. I see. Now I understand why you despise me so. However, you are mistaken. What are you? Thanks to you, when you sealed off my path to a perfect win record, I began to realize the error of my ways. I realized that the things such as a perfect record were meaningless. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Are you saying that this is why you left the prosecutor's office? But then, why? Why are you here now? The answer to that is something you will find out on your own. I have faith you will see it before the verdict is read tomorrow. But if you can't, then you'll be powerless to change the ending of the story. Is this gonna be the end of it? I feel like it's gonna end like right here, and that's gonna be freaking. Oh boy. Mr. Nick, the Transceiver! Actually, we didn't get the information from Adrian Andrews yet. I'm sorry for what happened earlier. Well then, Mr. Attorney, do you wager you can obtain an acquittal tomorrow? My, what is the matter, Mr. Attorney? I don't sense your usual anger this time. Tell me, please. Why are you holding Maya hostage for Mr. On Guard's sake? Why are you doing this for that cold-blooded killer? Right. Please don't misunderstand things. Misunderstand things? Please don't misunderstand things. He is my client. Don't toy with me! A man who hires an assassin is just as much of a killer himself! I believe you are asking me for a reason as to why I am doing what I am. Yeah? This is what I like to call my aftercare. What the heck is this aftercare? My name carries a certain amount of honor and dignity, Mr. Attorney. I take great care to ensure that no suspicion falls upon my clients for my handiwork. That is what is called client relations, and it is part of an assassin's duty. An assassin's duty? We were unlucky this time, and my client was arrested as a suspect. As a result, I did what I had to do to enlist your expert help, Mr. Attorney, and to ensure that you would do everything in your power to the very end. What is your name? I believe I told you once before, however. You did, but my name is the Killer. Shelly the Killer. You're Shelly the Killer! Please keep in mind you do not have much space to maneuver with me. As a killer, I always finish what I set out to do. As a fun karma, I always win! As a fun karma, I always win. I have a perfect win record, Mr. Wright. I will win! We've heard this before, Mr. the Killer. I don't even think it... this is Edgeworth. This isn't Edgeworth! Yeah, but anyway. We've heard this before, the Killer. I hate to say it, but that phrase doesn't hold very much weight in this game. As the Killer, I always finish what I set out to do. If you fail to keep up your end of the bargain... Maya! It would be my duty as an assassin to see to it she receives a nice long nap. No! Now then, if you'll excuse me, if someone were to trace the signal back to me, it would be quite troublesome. Oh, I wonder who that is! Mystic Maya! Mystic Maya! I don't know what to say. Edgeworth! Did you hear that? At the end of that transmission. Huh? Oh, that. It sounded like a cat. A cat? It can't be. That cat, can it? Guys, I already predicted this like 8,000 episodes ago. What is it? I know where Shelly the Killer is holding Maya hostage. Edgeworth, have all police units head for On Guard Mansion immediately. Alright, you hurry over as well then. Don't lose hope yet, don't use hope. She's speaking in third person. Don't lose hope yet, Pearls. That fight has only just begun. Yeah! Alright, let's GTFO. Hotel lobby. Oh, buddy. This really is interesting. Living room. March 22nd, On Guard Mansion. Living room. Maya! Please answer us! Mystic Maya! We have this area completely surrounded. There is no way for him to escape. Assuming you're still in the area. I can't believe it. That butler. All this time, he was the killer. He and On Guard were working together all this time. I'm sure they have worked out a contingency plan ahead of time. Random slowdown there for a second, okay. You can see the cat. Is that a teddy bear? There's a teddy bear, like, sitting like right in front of the doorway. Why is that? It's like Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, it's a figurine of a bear! But there are a lot of cuts in it for some reason.
Figurine added to the court record. A bear? Isn't that more of a thing for Mr. Corrida? Why would something like this be here? Right. Look down. There's a little pet door installed here.
Oh, I'm sure that's for Shu!
Do you think that this came through that little door? This door. It's locked. Well, I'm pretty used to breaking doors down by now. Let's go, Edgeworth. Ah! There's no one here! From the looks of this room, I would say this is Angar's private lounge. Look at this, right? An antenna for sending in it. That's the wrong antenna. That's the spelling for antenna for a bug, I'm pretty sure. I don't think the antenna, a radio antenna, has an E at the end. Or maybe it does. I don't think it does though. It's an antenna for sending and receiving radio signals in a VCR. Check inside the deck. If there's a tape, it would be an important piece of evidence. If we're lucky, it'll have the moment the crime was committed recorded on it. I'm sorry, but the tape deck is empty. There's no tape to be found.
Oh!
But there's no mistake that someone used this to record something. It looks like someone took the tape we're looking for and escaped with it. Okay, so what am I supposed to do now? Do we just examine this?
There's a little door for shutting this big door!
I'm sure Maya used this door to shove this out there. I'm sure it was her. Every time you give me some piece of evidence, it's always the most crucial piece. This time too, I'm sure. Look at all these VHS tapes like it's 1985. I can't read all of the labels, but this is a very large collection of videotapes. Looks like Angard taped all of this. Looks like Angard taped all of his own shows. Okay, let's look at this. It's a VCR and an antenna. The footage that the spy camera took at the scene of the crime was beamed here and recorded on tape.
If only we had that tape, it would have been really helpful.
Okay, TV. A huge television speakers. Why am I reading this so dramatically? A huge television speakers loom largely here. I'm sure if Maya saw this, she'd say, I would die a happy samurai fan if I could see the Nickel Samurai on a TV like this. Who'd have thought that she actually did say something like that? Yeah, that's what she would say. Ah, I can't believe I just made a joke about Maya, all things considered. I can't believe that I just made a joke about death, all things considered. A huge television speakers from, okay. Nothing there. Okay, that's that. Let's go ahead and examine this. It's on Guard's computer. Maya, why couldn't you have used this to get help?
Mr. Nick! Where's the power switch?
Oh, I get it. So that's what happened. She couldn't find the power switch. Okay, let's examine the sofa. What a spacious sofa. I bet 10 pearls would fit on here.
I don't think 10 of me would fit, Mr. Nick.
Kind of odd making jokes considering. It's a very small table. I bet we could barely squeeze 3 pearls on there.
But I wouldn't sit on a table to begin with, Mr. Nick.
Why are we measuring things by pearls? I think that's what I should do from now on. Like, I should measure things by pearls. Like, even outside of Ace-Attorney. Like, this is probably 12 pearls long. Let's see. No clues here. Oh, the picture. The portrait. We can't examine that. The desk? It's on Guard's... Okay. Okay. Well, I think we examined everything here. There's a television, the desk, or a table, I guess, whatever. This, the VHS tapes, the door itself? Okay, no. There's that. Okay. The computer. We already examined this. Okay, that's everything. Let's go to move. The wine cellar. We've just searched all over, but it looks like he got away. I'm sorry. It looks like he slipped out of our grasp this time. And now, we've lost our only lead. Don't give up yet. That little girl's looking to you to be her pillar. Yeah, you're right. We're close, I can tell. We've already set up checkpoints along every route leading out to this district. Leave the rest to us. Maya. What exactly is this? This looks like a picture of Miss Impax. With love, Celeste.
Miss Impax? You mean?
Yes, Mr. Cortana's former manager. Why would a picture of Miss
Impax be here in Mr. Angard's mansion?
And why does it say with love? This might be a clue. I think this is the clue that we need to break down the Cyclock from Miss Adrian Andrews. Celeste's photo added to the court record.
Ah!
What's wrong, Pearls?
Please let me see the picture! That picture frame!
Huh? What's so special about the frame?
On the back! There's something written on the back of the frame!
Maya?
Or Maya! It's Mystic Maya! She left us a message!
What? I thought you'd come. I knew you would. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? I'm really ruining the moment right now with my horrible reading. If you get the creepy slime bag and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever! I'm fine, so don't you need to worry. There's so much I want to write, but I don't think I have a lot of time left. Pearly, you're there too, right? Make sure you help Nick, okay? Someone's gotta watch out for the helpless lunk. That's it for now, Nick. I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I don't know. That auto advanced. No! Mystic Maya! Right! What's wrong? Why the blank stare? Oh, nothing. We've searched the house, and this is the last room. It looks like he eluded us. Edgeworth. Yes. As far as clues go, I think this is about all I'm going to get. But I'm still short one last thing. And what is that? Miss Andrews' Cyclock. If I could just find out what secret she's holding, then I think I stand a chance in court tomorrow. To blow this case wide open and expose the truth. I think that I know what you're thinking. I'll contact the detention center. Thanks, Edgeworth. Well, let's go, Pearls. It's time to open the last lock. March 22nd, Detention Center, Visitor's Room.
Good evening, Mr. Wright. What's wrong? You look ill.
Miss Andrews, I have come to remove your Cyclock.
Cyclock?
I want to know, and you will tell me. Your secret.
Fine, go ahead, try to break me if you can.
Oh, we got it now, Miss Adrian Andrews. We're gonna beat your tail. Present. Why frame him? Can you please tell me why you framed Mr. Angard for the murder?
I've already told you countless times. It's because I thought Matt was the killer.
No, that's not it. I know you have a personal reason to dislike Mr. Angard. Miss Andrews, you may think I didn't hear it, but I know you said something earlier. You said, revenge.
So you are saying I was taking my revenge out on Matt, and that's why? What an absurd idea. I don't have anything I want to take revenge for.
Miss Andrews, a woman who lives by being dependent on another person. There is something or someone in her past that would make her take revenge. And we already figured out what that was. That's, suicide report. Present. Celeste. There is only one catalyst that could cause such strong feelings and even revenge. And that is Miss Impax's suicide.
Well, what are you trying to say? Celeste was Juan's manager. On top of that, the one who hit her suicide note was also Juan. What does all this have to do with Matt?
You're right. You haven't mentioned him. Yet. But for you to hate Mr. Angard, it would mean that he must have had some relation to Miss Impax and her suicide. Can you explain to me this relation between
Celeste and Matt?
Where is it? Where's the, Here it is. Celeste's photo. This is a photo of Miss Impact's, correct? She looks younger than when she passed away, though. With love, Celeste. This is Miss Impact's handwriting, isn't it?
Where did you find this?
No, that's alright. It was a rhetorical question. Yeah, it is. I found this at Mr. Ungard's mansion.
And after all this time, my last remaining secret has been revealed.
Now we're gonna have a full cyclock for the whatchamacallit. Wow, I'm surprised. We went through both of those pretty much flawlessly. We didn't get a single thing wrong for either her or Madangard, which is a first for me, like, ever. Normally I'm stupid. Why frame him?
Celeste. She was supposed to get married to Juan.
Yes, but I heard that it didn't work out.
Because Mr. Quarterthat didn't want to get married to her anymore, right? Yes, because of Matt. Because of Mr. Ungard? What do you mean?
I think I can see where this is going.
Celeste, she was Matt's manager a long time ago. She was the happiest woman in the world at that time. I was working part-time back then, and I often saw the two of them together.
So that's why... With love, Celeste is written on the frame of that picture.
They were a couple, weren't they? It wasn't anything as splendid as that. Celeste was being used. Toyed with until she was thrown away. That's so horrible! Matt's entire image is built around how nice and wonderful of a man he is. A scandal would have destroyed that. Which is why Celeste, in her kindness, moved over to Worldwide Studios. And that is where she met Juan. She seemed really happy with him, even happier than when she was with Matt. Celeste and Juan were such a good match that they were even planning to get married. And then, it was suddenly called off. On the night Juan called their marriage off, Celeste, she killed herself. And that's why I framed Matt. It was revenge for Celeste and for myself.
Revenge?
I'm sure even you can guess why Juan called the wedding off, right? Matt confessed to Juan about his relationship with Celeste.
I see. So that's what happened.
But... then why did Mr. Quarterthat have to call it the wedding? I don't understand at all. It was probably because of his worthless male pride. Juan and Matt were always fierce rivals. Matt waited for the wedding announcement and then unleashed the truth on Juan. He was aiming for when it would hurt Juan the most. Poor Miss Impacts! That wasn't the end of it. That day, I'm almost certain that Celeste left a suicide note behind. And in that note, she left a detailed account of Matt's various misdeeds, and... so that she would never again be hurt by Matt, she chose to die. Then, when Juan discovered her body, he hid her note. Why would he do that? It's simple. Juan realized that note was a powerful weapon against Matt, and it would be especially damaging to his refreshing like a spring breeze image. In any case, with his pride hurt, Juan sought revenge.
Revenge? There's that word again.
Juan wanted to publicly disclose the contents of the suicide note. At a time that would cause Matt the most damage, of course. And that was... at the press conference after the stage show. I know all about it because I heard it all from Juan. It was so I could find out about all this that I drew close to Juan to begin with. They're quite a pair of hideous monsters, aren't they? Even Celeste's death was something for them to use in their game. That night, when I found Juan's body, it was only natural that I thought the murderer was Matt. Those two were always spying on one another, after all. As for me, I was frantically searching for Celeste's suicide note. I wanted to destroy it before it ever went public. I was going to burn it. I had even brought a lighter. But I couldn't find the suicide note. And that's when revenge crossed my mind. Yes, I was going to bring to them my own kind of cruel revenge. Celeste was killed by those two monsters. So when I stabbed Juan's body with that knife, I didn't feel a single shred of guilt. And that's all I have to say. Well, Mr. Wright, even knowing all this, are you still going to help that man?
I'm a lawyer.
I see. What a foul profession.
Thank you very much for your time and for talking with me.
It was no big deal. I couldn't sleep anyway.
I can't sleep either. Not with Maya's situation. Or with what I know now. To be continued? Yep. Now we're gonna start the grand finale! The case of all cases, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, please, I would like to save. Ah, here we are again. It started with this song, and ended with this song. Ugh, how did I get into this mess? That's far enough! You can't run forever! Mr. Phoenix Wright? Mr. Phoenix, why am I not doing my own wise sage voice properly? What? What have I done wrong? I cannot allow you to go on like this. But I'm just a simple defense attorney! Silence! You are no longer worthy of your title. I've had this dream before. Someplace, some time ago. This is autoscroller, by the way, as if this day was written into my destiny. Today, I'll stand in court as a lawyer. To prove a killer innocent. March 23rd, 9:43 a.m., District Court. Defendant Lobby, number 3. Hello, this is Phoenix Wright. You don't... I can't use the surfer dude voice anymore since we know what he is. You don't look so well, dude. Oh, he's back in his normal... Yeah! You're gonna prove me not guilty today, right? If you please, Mr. Lawyer. Remember, it's not just me. Your precious friend's life is riding on today's verdict, too. Now listen up. You better get on guard a guilty sentence, okay? If you get that creepy slapback and not guilty, I'll never forgive you, ever! Maya. Phoenix! Phoenix! Oh, it's... Well, if it isn't Mia. Mia! Maya! How's Maya? I don't know. You don't know? She hasn't tried to channel me since yesterday. Mia... What am I supposed to do? Well, like I said, for a lawyer, the worst of times are when you have to force your biggest smiles. What? You can't give up. There's still some hope left. Stop it, please! There's nothing left. Not here, not anywhere. Ugh, it's that accursed on guard again! Will you leave me alone? Look, don't call me anymore! I mean it! You're... I knew it! You're really mean, pal! Ah, Gumshoe! I'm really, really sorry. Where are you? They just let me join the investigation team and we're chasing after the killer, pal. Then you have some sort of lead? Sorry, but right now we've got 0 leads on that guy. But we are not going to give up! Gumshoe. Until the trial is over, until the verdict is handed down, we're gonna do everything we can to find the killer. If we can get Maya out, then you can get on guard the guilty verdict he deserves, pal. That's true. I could do that if they found Maya first. You got that? So you have to do whatever you can to make the trial last longer. I have to make the trial last longer. If you go at Mr. Edgeworth with everything you've got, then you two can draw it out. Oh, now I get it. I believe in you, pal. You and Mr. Edgeworth can do it. So, believe in us. We're going to give it all we've got, just like you. Got it. Thanks, Gumshoe. Hey, Phoenix! You understand now, don't you? You have something money will never be able to buy. Friendship. It's the strongest weapon in the world, and you have it in abundance. Yeah! Looks like we're coming to the end. I have to make the trial last as long as I can. Gumshoe will come through, I know it! March 23rd, 10 o'clock a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 3. Court is now in session for the trial of Madame Guard. No, it's not. Well, court will be in session the next recording session, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, this was an eventful second half of the recording session, ladies and gentlemen. I was not expecting this. I mean, so pretty much all of my predictions were correct. Madame Guard did actually hire whatchamacallit. He actually did hire the killer. He was actually kind of a psychopath, a really big psychopath. I did not expect him to have a relationship with Celeste Impacts like that, but he did, so that's interesting. Maya was still in trouble and all sorts of other stuff. But with that being said, yeah, let me know, guys. How do you think things are gonna go now that we started the final? I'm guessing it's the final act of the game. I predict we probably have like maybe 3 more recording sessions left in the game, maybe. And then I guess after that I'll do like take like a 1 or 2 week break. It won't be video list like the previous break, but I'll have videos going up. But like a 1 or 2 week break in between this and Trials and Tribulations, because as it stands now, there's no doubt in my mind that's the game that I'm going to play next. Unless, like, I believe last time I checked there were 8 votes for it to play next. Unless 9 people magically come in and say, hey, you shouldn't do it, which is not going to happen. I highly doubt it. Trials and Tribulations is going to be next, but yeah, 2 week break, whatever, anyway. But let me know, guys, what do you guys think of that? All of that happened in this recording session. Like, that was, jeez, that was interesting, man. That really was. But anyway, time to end things off. So if you like this video, this series of videos, please feel free to leave a like. If that is cool, please feel free to subscribe to the Elven Brotherhood today. Also follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/MegaShadowFist. I'll be sure to leave that in the description. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is MegaShadowFist signing out. Bye!